My dad was a DJ, so there was always music in the house. And we had a jukebox in our living room. I remember reaching up and putting my favourite songs on and watching the vinyls flop over and the needle coming across and playing on the records. I was never very academic, but when I got to high school, that was when it opened up for me, because there was a great teacher, a guy called Pat O'Donnell. He was the art teacher, and at our school, the art teacher was the singer, the IT teacher was the guitar player, the rural science teacher was the bass player, and the school milkman was the drummer. And so they played at the end of term concert when we were like 11. Chuck Berry stuff and old rock and roll stuff. That was a lightning bolt moment, like, right, that's what I want to do. The next year they said, well, if you lads want to play in our place at the end of term concert, we'll teach you how to be in a band. So we spent the whole of that next year learning to play our instruments and learning to be in a band. And then we played at the end of term concert in front of 300 screaming kids. You could see all the teachers with just their head in their hands like, oh, we've lost them to music, and then that was it then. By the time I was 14, we were in a gigging band, and we were playing sort of 2 or 3 nights a week. And then it sort of progressed to the point where I missed my GCSE French exam because I'd got back from a gig at 3 a.m, and I just thought, oh, I'm not going in, I'm too knackered. So I didn't. From that age, I've always been a guitar player and always played in bands. We finished school, and then I went and did a BTEC in music technology. I then spent 6 years selling tractor parts in an agriculture dealership 2 miles from my mum and dad's house. The music industry didn't come to Hereford. But then I moved to London, which from Hereford to Camden was quite a shock. Just for the need for work, and obviously everything's so much more expensive there, I fell into guitar teching. I took to it straight away, and I really enjoyed it, and it soon didn't really matter to me whether I was actually performing on the stage or being part of the production crew, and the playing sort of became secondary to the tech work. For 15 years I was never home, I was just constantly on tour. My son was born. Being away, it wasn't conducive to a family life, so I decided to come off the road then. In the same period, I got a 59 Les Paul Junior. It was the most I'd ever spent on any guitar before, and it was all original. I was taking it to gigs, and I was scared to own it. If this falls over or gets nicked or something like that, it wasn't fun to own. So I thought, why don't I try and make my own? Got a couple of books on it, and then just made one in my garage at home. I absolutely loved it. Just being practical and working with my hands, having a square block of wood and then shaping it, and this guitar shape thing comes out. And when I'd finished it, it sounded and played like a great guitar, and I was like, well, this must be a fluke, I can't. This is the first one I've done. So I did another, and again it came out really well. So I sort of gave it to a few friends, and they were like, oh, this is great, can you make me one? And I was like, well, yeah, I can do, yeah. I sort of made 3 or 4 for friends, and then I thought, well, perhaps there's a business here. I got a couple of orders, and then it sort of just snowballed from there, really. I started in a garage at home, a little old prefab garage, and then within 18 months of starting, we had to knock down that garage and build a proper workshop at home. That became too small, and we moved to the current workspace. Currently there's 2 of us, and we're aiming to do around 7 guitars a month. I've never wanted to be to the point where I'm constantly in the office, just ordering stuff and having to be a man manager. I love going home covered in sawdust. I can't believe we're in the position where we are now, really, that the guitars are so well thought of, and we've got so many orders coming in, and that's something that's beyond my wildest dreams already. We're very, very lucky to have players that play them in arenas and stadiums, just to see people playing them and enjoying them. I'm getting hairs on the back of my neck thinking about it now, yeah. I mean, it's just amazing, really. Last year, Richard Fortis from Guns N' Roses got in touch and spec'd a guitar, and he played it at Glastonbury on the Pyramid stage. 30 seconds in, my phone started beeping, and then it didn't stop till the Sunday. It doesn't really get any better than that. To have big names slip into my inbox, just like this is a joke. Somebody's must be pulling my leg here. They've set up an account, and no, it is them. That makes you smile, really.